everyone, and welcome to the Crew Recovery Life podcast. My name is John A., and I am an alcoholic in West Palm Beach, Florida. My sobriety date is September 13th, 1982. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast and hit the notifications button. You can recover very quickly in Alcoholics Anonymous by having the steps become a way of life for you sooner than later. And the topic for this episode is Steps 1, 2, and 3 Made Simple. Finding your higher power. Step 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. There is absolutely nothing to write for steps 1, 2, and 3. You don't start writing until you get to step 4. I know there are worksheets on the internet for steps 1, 2, and 3. Your sponsor may want you to write different things, but if you look in the big book, there's nothing to start writing until you get to step 4. And okay, step 1. So step 1 is in two parts. The first part, are you powerless over alcohol? Are you able to control your drinking? Can you stop after one drink? And the second part, is your life unmanageable because of alcohol? Are you having medical problems over alcohol? Is your home, school, or work life suffering because of your drinking? And even if you are a high ranking member of the Not Yet Club and had not yet been arrested, gotten a DUI, lost a job, lost your family, etc., your life could still be unmanageable. You do not have to ride the elevator to the bottom. You can get off on any floor. And you hit bottom when you stop digging. And to move on to to move on to step 2, you need to get rid of any reservations you may have about whether or not you're an alcoholic. Because once you're a pickle, you'll never become a cucumber again. So step 1 is very simple. Are you powerless over your drinking? Can you have one drink and stop? Can you have two drinks and stop? Is your home, school, or work life suffering because of your drinking? That's how simple step 1 is. Step 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Some members of AA will immediately bring up God when step 2 comes up. Step 2 isn't about believing or not believing in a God. Step 2 is about believing that a power great outside of yourself can help you. A power greater than yourself can help you. It can help you, whether or not it can help you stop drinking, help you get your life in order, help you with your racing and out of control mind. And that power greater than yourself can be anything at all. If you believe or are even willing to believe that there is a power greater than yourself, you can move on to step 3. AA works if you believe in God or if you don't believe in God. AA will not work if you think you are God. I'll give you a small list of things you can make your higher power, and you can add on to it. You can make anything your higher power. You can have your sponsor as your higher power. You can have someone in your home group that you admire as your higher power. Your car or pickup truck, your motorcycle, a spider web, a snowflake. You can make nature your higher power. Or even have the AA meetings or AA as a whole as your higher power. And you don't have to tell anyone what your higher power is. Remember, that power greater than yourself can be anything at all. The important thing is not to get hung up on the God thing. It's important to move on to the rest of the steps and not get hung up on the God thing. Many people come into AA on step 3 without even knowing it. Even if you're court ordered to attend AA meetings, once you start attending them because you want to, you've already done steps 1 and 2. It's very simple. You wouldn't continue to attend AA meetings unless you thought they could help you. And you must be powerless over alcohol, or you would have stopped on your own without Alcoholics Anonymous. And there must be something you're having trouble managing, or you wouldn't be attending AA meetings at all. And that's steps 1 and 2. since you think that something in the meetings will help you get your life in order. Don't overthink it and fall into paralysis by analysis. It is this simple. Step 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. One of the key words in step 3 is decision. There is absolutely no action taken, nor is any type of action necessary for completion of step 3. The actions come in the subsequent steps. Here's an example. If two birds are on a power line and one of them decides to fly off, how many birds are left on the power line? You still have two, because one only made a decision to fly off. It didn't take the action of actually flying off. And another key word in step 3 is care. You're not turning your will and life over to God. You are turning them over to His care. And what exactly are you turning over? Well, our will is our thoughts, and our lives is our actions. That's what we're turning over to the care of God. And step 3 is about the God of your own understanding. Again, please do not get hung up on the God word. God can stand for a group of drunks, grow or die, greatest of daddies, or anything you want. You don't even have to use the God word. Just call it your higher power. You can have your own conception of God and not that of your parents. You don't need to keep the God that you grew up with. You can customize your God to as you would customize a computer to your specifications. The example that I normally give is take out a sheet of paper and draw and make two columns. On the left side, what you don't want in your higher power, you don't want a judgmental God, a punishing God, uh, God that keeps tallies. And on the right side, what you want in your God, a loving God, a forgiving God, a patient God. And just make the right side your higher power. It's that simple. And again, you can customize it to your specifications. AA will help you plug into the power of your God or your higher power. If you're in a room, it is full of power outlets, but if you don't plug in, you won't get the power. The third step helps you find the power outlet and plug in. The rest of the steps clear the path to the power as well as staying plugged into the power source. Interdependence. You will get more independence by being dependent on your higher power. For most people listening to this podcast, alcohol was their God, their higher power. Alcohol was their crutch in life. Alcohol, however, was a temporary solution. You can now have a long-term permanent solution in AA and your higher power. You can lean on them for support and strength. In step 3, you will begin to see how your higher power was looking out over you your whole life. You don't see how your higher power was looking out over you your whole life? Think about the times that you should have died. Many people listening to this podcast will agree with me in saying that they should probably be dead right now. Think about the times that you should have been arrested. You were caught dead to right, should have been arrested. Think about the times that something horrible should have happened, but it didn't go as badly as it should have or could have gone. That was your higher power looking out over you. You will begin to see that everything happens in your life for a reason, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's okay to have faith and fear simultaneously. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is having fear, but going forward anyway. And the freedom from alcohol comes through the rest of the steps. Many people do the 1, 2, 3 shuffle in and out outside of AA or in and out of AA. And some die because they get stuck on the God word. The obsession from alcohol or the relief of the obsession from alcohol doesn't come until you get to steps 4, 5, 6, 7, and definitely more relief in steps 8 and 9. Some die because they get stuck on the God word. Please do not do that. You don't have to become a member of the God Squad to get sober in AA. We don't go from drunks to monks either. You don't even have to believe in God. Again, your higher power can be anything you want. You can even be an atheist and still get sober and become happy, joyous, and free. The bottom line is that AA works for you if you believe in God. It works if you don't believe in God. The only way it will not work is if you think you are God. Please move forward with the rest of the steps so you can become happy, joyous, and free sooner than later. So, once again, thank you for listening to the Zoo Crew Recovery Life podcast on steps 1, 2, and 3 made simple, finding your higher power. My name is John A., and I am an alcoholic in West Palm Beach, Florida. My sobriety date is September 13th, 1982. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so you can be notified when we upload new videos. Leave a comment and we will respond. Thank you. Have a great day. Remember, you never need to have a bad day, just bad moments.